Student, I Shaba Wadwa from the US-based Jain Public School. Today we'll start Chapter 6, Life Processes of Class 10 Science. How can we differentiate between what is alive and what is not alive on the basis of their movement? For example, dog is running, we are breathing. Then what about plants? Growth movement in plants show that they are alive. But a plant that is not visibly growing is still alive. Movement over very small scale is known as molecular movement. These movements are invisible to eye. Is this invisible molecular movement necessary for life? Yes, as we know, organs are made up of tissue. Tissues have cells and cells have smaller component in them. Because of the effect of environment, this organized, ordered nature of living structure is likely to keep breaking over time. So living creatures must keep repairing and maintaining their structures. The process which together perform their maintenance job is called life processes. So life processes are nutrition, respiration, transpiration, transportation, excretion. Nutrition is the process of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body for life processes. Respiration is the process by which food is burnt in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. Transportation is a process by which food, oxygen, water, waste products are carried from one part of the body to other. Excretion, the process by which waste products are removed from the body. Nutrition. We need materials from outside in order to grow, develop, synthesize protein and other substances needed in the body. This source of energy and material is the food we eat. Mode of nutrition, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic nutrition is some organisms use simple food material obtained from inorganic sources in the form of carbon dioxide and water. For example, green plants and some bacteria. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Other organisms utilize complex substances which have to be broken down into simpler ones. Heterotroph survival depends directly or indirectly on autotrophs. For example, animals and fungi. Nutrition in plants. Plants, they are known as autotrophs as they prepare their food in the presence of sunlight with the help of inorganic substances, that is water and carbon dioxide. This process of making food is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis takes place inside the leaf. Carefully observe a cross section of leaf under the microscope. You will notice that some cells contain green dots. These green dots are cell organelles called chloroplast, which contain chlorophyll. Now, plant contain carbon dioxide from the air through stomata present on the leaf surface. Water it absorbs from the soil through its roots. Present in the leaf trap the sunlight. Let us now see what actually happened during the process of photosynthesis. The following event occur during photosynthesis process. First is absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, conversion of light energy to chemical energy, and splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. Reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. you see here that the hydrogen molecule, they combine with the carbon dioxide and form the glucose molecule, which is known as carbohydrate. Desert plants. Desert plants take carbon dioxide at night and prepare an intermediate which is acted upon by the energy absorbed by the chlorophyll during the day. In plants, glucose is stored in the form of starch. In animals, food is stored in the form of glycogen. Now, what are stomata? Stomata are tiny pores present on the surface of leaf epidermis, which are surrounded by guard cell. These are the guard cell and it is the stomata. Stomata open or close with the help of guard cell. Stomata help in exchange of gases and water also removed through these pores. So the loss of water through stomata is known as transpiration. Guard cell, when the water is filled in the guard cell, then the stomata open. When the water come out from the guard cell, then the stomata close. These guard cells contain chloroplast, which is green dot-like structure. Guard cells are present on the lower surface of leaf, lower epidermis of leaf. These are the epidermal cell of the leaf in which the guard cells are present. What is the function of guard cell? It helps in opening and closing the stomata. And what is the function of stomata? Stomata, it helps in exchange of gases and transpiration. Nitrogen is essential in the synthesis of protein, which is taken directly from the atmosphere by nitrogen fixing microorganisms present in the root nodules of pulses or nitrogenous fertilizers. Nitrate, urea from soil by plants. Other material than nitrogen like phosphorus, iron and magnesium are taken up from the soil. Now next is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which an organism takes food from another organism is called heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The food is obtained from other organism by using different mode of nutrition, that is holozoic, saprophytic, parasitic. Holozoic is animal take in solid food and break down it inside the body. For example, amoeba and animals. Saprophytic organisms feed on dead and decaying matter. For example, fungi like bread mold, yeast and mushroom. Parasitic mode of nutrition. Parasites live inside or outside other organisms and derive nutrition from it without killing them. For example, cuscuta, ticks, lice, leeches and tapeworm. Now nutrition in animals. That is a step of holozoic nutrition. We know that in animals holozoic nutrition takes place. First of all, ingestion, process of taking food, digestion, process of breaking complex food substances into simpler molecules, absorption of digested food, assimilation, utilization of digested food for energy, egestion, removal of undigested food. Nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism in which holozoic mode of nutrition takes place. That is, the animal takes solid food and break down it inside the body. Nutrition in this amoeba, it takes place in 5 steps. First is ingestion, second is digestion, third is absorption, fourth is assimilation, fifth step is egestion. So first is ingestion. The process of taking food inside the body, that is with the help of pseudopodia. Pseudopodia, it make the food vacuole. Inside this food vacuole, complex substances are broken down into simpler one, which then diffuses into the cytoplasm. Next is assimilation. Food absorbed by amoeba is used to obtain energy for maintaining life processes. The last step, that is known as egestion. Undigested food is moved to the surface of the cell and thrown out. Nutrition in paramecium. The cell has a definite spot and food is taken in at a specific spot. Food is moved in this spot by the movement of cilia, which cover the entire surface of the cell. In human being, food is taken in from the mouth. Mouth has the salivary glands are associated with the mouth. These glands open into the mouth through duct and pour a secretion which is known as saliva. This saliva contains an enzyme which is known as salivary amylase. This salivary amylase help in digestion of carbohydrate. It breaks down the starch into simple sugar. So digestion start into the mouth. Tongue help in rolling the food. Teeth help in grinding the food. So the food which come into the esophagus, it is soft and it in the form of ball. So esophagus is the next part where the food come. In the esophagus, the food move by a movement which is known as peristalsis movement. Now we see here the peristalsis movement. This movement is contraction and expansion. This movement occurs throughout the gut to push the food forward. From the esophagus, this food comes into the stomach. Stomach is a J-shaped organ. It has gastric gland on the surface. This gastric gland secretes gastric juices. Gastric juices is of three types, that is mucus, pepsin and HCl. Pepsin is a protein digesting enzyme. HCl, hydrochloric acid, to provide acidic medium for the proper action of pepsin. Mucus is a juice which prevents the damage of stomach wall by the action of HCl. So we know that pepsin only digests protein in the acidic medium. So HCl make the medium acidic so that the pepsin enzyme may act on it. HCl also kill the germs which come with the food. Then after this, the acidic food, because acidic medium is there in the stomach, the acidic food come into the next part, that is the small intestine. In the small intestine, there is a pyloric sphincter which releases the food into the small intestine. Now in the small intestine, there are three glands are associated here, that is liver, which is the largest gland, pancreas, it is the leaf-like gland present behind the stomach, and the intestinal glands which secrete the intestinal juices. Now the liver, first of all liver secrete bile juice. This bile juice make the medium alkaline. This bile juice is secreted in the small intestine when the food come into the small intestine. The food which come into the small intestine, it is acidic in nature. So bile juice make it alkaline. Why the bile juice make the food alkaline? Because pancreatic enzymes can act only if the medium is alkaline. Otherwise, they are not able to act. Second is, bile juice also break down the large fat globules into small fat globules, which is known as emulsification. You see here, the food come into the small intestine. Function of bile is written here. It break the fat into smaller droplets. Second, it make the medium alkaline. Then next is the pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice, that is amylase and other enzyme, that is trypsin. So pancreatic juice contain trypsin, lipase and pancreatic amylase enzyme. Trypsin help in the digestion of protein. Lipase help in the digestion of fat molecule, that is emulsified fat. Amylase act on the carbohydrates. Now the intestinal juice has the intestinal enzyme which is secreted by the intestinal glands. They convert finally carbohydrate into simple sugar, which is known as glucose, protein into amino acid and fat into fatty acid and glycerol. It means the digestion complete where? In the small intestine, and absorption also started into the small intestine. Absorption take place with the help of villi. The inner lining of small intestine has finger-like projections called villi. Finger-like projection increase the surface area for more absorption of digested food, because these villi has blood capillaries which absorb the digested food and take away to each and every cell of the body. Large intestine help in absorption of excess water from the undigested food, and through anus this undigested food come out. So anus help in egestion with the help of anal sphincter. So topic is dental caries or tooth decay. Dental caries causes gradual softening of enamel and dentine. It begins when bacteria act on sugar, produces acid that softens the enamel. Masses of bacterial cell together with the food particles stick to the tooth, form the dental plate. You see here dental plate. Saliva cannot reach the tooth surface to neutralize the acid as plaque cover the teeth. Brushing the teeth after eating remove the plaque before the bacteria produces acid. Thanks for watching video.